Are we live, Silent Assassin? Are we live? Are we live-ish? We are live-ish. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch me on Instagram and X at All Even Podcast. You can catch me on TikTok at All Even Media. You listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Leave a bad comment. Leave a good comment. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We don't care. Engagement is great. Doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm all over the place. I'm growing. Claw, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, we don't care.
Cool.
I got a bone to pick with you, but that's later in the show.
Cool.
But is it bring your kid to work again today? What's going on here?
Summer vacation.
Huh?
Summer vacation?
Summer vacation. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it.
I don't think so. You said something about it
I didn't.
publicly just now.
No, I'm just making the audience aware that they're children.
Are you ashamed to look at my kid?
It's not time for me to get to that. It's the cold open for the child. So once I pan, then the youngling can speak.
They're already looking at you uncomfortably, feeling put out and abandoned. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what uncles do. Youngling, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. So crazy. Just the twin. I can't tell the difference. Claw and young Claw. It's ridiculous. It's cool to see, though. When your child's growing, jerk like you, in some areas. Not all, but some. But she's great. Silent Assassin!
What's up?
What's up?
Not so much.
Listen, you need to. Can we discuss this? Huh? Can we discuss what's going on with her right now? Huh?
I don't know. I mean, because then it turns into the thing that we don't offer health care.
So it's an HR issue.
It is an HR issue.
Not if I'm offering assistance though.
You can't offer that type of assistance either.
No, I'm not talking about like physically. I'm saying, hey, you can be able to purchase said product to be able to help you.
But then you're liable if it makes her break out. It's a slippery slope. She just had.
There's disclaimers with companies.
She has to volunteer the information that she wants to discuss it. Then at that point, you can offer a suggestion, which then not holds you to.
So I can't force it out of her. Pause.
No, not that word. Never.
Would you like to discuss?
Sure.
Please.
My extra crispy
Yes.
exterior?
Yes. You are half baked on one side. You didn't turn the chicken.
No, not yet.
Yeah, it's just,
Soggy chicken.
yo.
Ugh.
Now, what made you think that you can go outside and do anything and not have protection? That's what I don't understand. Did you rush out?
I just didn't think the sun would be this powerful today.
It's 115 degrees outside.
I didn't like where I was a nice breeze. It was sunny, but not like full sun out. It was a little clouds.
Yeah.
So, but
You were on the boat.
I was in a field.
But you know what it is? That's the gotcha though, because if you're somewhere by the water, you get that nice breeze and stuff, so you don't feel like the sun is beating on you. But then once that breeze goes away for a while, it's all field, right? So that field, that's just a hot sun just beating on that grass, and whatever's there, cooking, fricassee, half baked.
I started to feel like toward the end, like before I was leaving, I started to feel like a little burn on my arm. I looked down, I'm like, when did that happen?
Oh, so hot.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I'm getting cooked in an oven. And then driving home, like the sun like beaming through like the windshields, I'm like, this is.
You should send the bill to the person that you were shooting for.
I should. Yeah.
Yeah, you should say, listen, I was out here. You didn't provide any type of protection. Like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
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 I'll write you a letter. I don't care. I like to write letters. Trust me. Like, it'd be good. Put an extra $500 in there. All right, before I sue you and take you to small claims court. You can take anybody to small claims court about anything. Like if Claw were to like take something from my home that's very, very low in monetary value, I can sue him and go to small claims court for that. I think there's a limit though. I think there's like it has to be like worth $100 or something like that, maybe. 50.
To sue somebody has to be like
Yeah,
at least
like the minimum has to be like $100.
Good to know.
So you have to prove the value of whatever you're suing them for $100.
But is it like at that point even worth it? Because how much you gotta pay to?
Yeah, because the court fee is gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Court fee gonna cost you like $500.
I feel like that's just to be petty. Like, oh, I sued you, and like I spent actually like $10,000 just to sue you, but.
Well, that's
just
why you
so I
gotta
can sue
lie,
you.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm suing you for $250, right? And my court costs are gonna cost me $5. I gotta now sue you for pain and suffering to get an additional $1,000. I gotta break even. I gotta break a little bit even. You know what I mean? Make some profit, pain and suffering. It works every time. Oh, I had to take a day off work. All this stuff. It works. You ever been sued?
No.
I'm just asking a question.
No. Have you? How'd it work out?
Ish.
You had fun?
Yeah, I decided to settle.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I bought this house and there was a litigation in this community, and I ended up getting a bargain because I was like, okay, something's going on here. Shave off $40,000, and it worked.
You got sued?
No, it was the community that was getting sued.
So you didn't get sued?
No, I've been sued before.
So what happened?
You settled. That's what I said.
Okay. How'd you feel after?
Fine.
Okay. I'm happy for you, bro.
Yeah. Listen, if I have a lot of money, I'm okay with selling with you. Yeah, it's all right. It's what rich people do.
Mm-hmm.
You get sued, you tell them, all right, here's a little money, go away. It's like what's his name? Shannon Sharp. She sued him for I think the lawsuit originally was what for 50?
Yeah, I think so.
50 million, and he settled with her for 4. And then she retired her OnlyFans. Right after the settlement was done. That's nasty work.
Should have asked for more.
Yeah.
4 million retired.
I mean, maybe she wasn't making that much money on the other stuff.
That's true.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I was watching this video and I want to make a declaration right now. No more gender reveals. I'm over them. Like, they need to stop. They need to stop. Because there was some video I seen. Dude was, I guess he's the father of the unborn child. The mother is there, and he's putting on this performance. And he's one of those like workout gurus. I don't know if you ever seen his videos on IG, but he does the backflip with the bell, with the weight the weight bar.
Mm-hmm.
He does backflips with that, right? So he did that, and then there was this celebration. The color came off. It was pink. It was gonna be a girl. I was just like, what? But why do we care about what gender this child is, and why does it have to be so big and foolish?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Nah, they having all like those big public gender reveal like things are crazy. Like sometimes people like literally have like actual like planes that fly by and then they drop the color
Thousands
out the
of
plane.
dollars.
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't a baby shower enough? Right?
Yeah.
You getting all these gifts. What's the point of and then people, mind you, people break it up. They have the gender reveal and then the shower. Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
If you invite me to both, just know I'm only going to one. You ain't getting me for both. I'm not spending double money. That's not the way it works. It's silly. I don't even want to go to baby showers, much less a gender reveal. It's just nonsense. I gotta go there, and you can't even go there and say, hello, here's a card, $20. Now you gotta give, oh, did you go to the registry? No, I didn't.
You giving $20
Yes.
in a card?
Absolutely.
Don't show up.
That could buy a pack of diapers from CVS.
Oh, it can't.
Yes, it can. You get the CVS brand.
Oh, man.
CVS brand, it costs you $18. You know what I'm saying? For a pack of 30. Don't tell me I don't know. But you just don't want to be economically friendly. You want to go ahead and have the registry, have all this expensive stuff. Nah, not in these times. Nope. I'm sick of it. Every time I see another video of a gender reveal, I get upset. And it's a feeling that I shouldn't have because children are beautiful, right? Newborn babies are absolutely beautiful. But at the end of the day, this is nonsense. You're spending all this money for what?
Yeah, I want to know when that really became a thing, because I feel like just
had to be like 10 years ago.
Nowhere. Yeah.
Had to be like 10 years ago. Right?
10 years ago.
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
I feel like there are also people trying to cancel it, though, because it's like, oh, don't give a gender to your baby until they could tell you.
Oh, those people.
No.
Yeah.
Your people.
Oh, well, it is technically your people.
Bro.
Your people are, man, let me tell you something. Gen Z, whoa, can't stand them. Can't stand them. So sensitive about everything. There's a irrelevant news of the week I have. Oh, it made me so mad. Cole, have you been following the Epstein stuff?
Yeah.
Thoughts? I haven't heard your conspiracy theory.
You want my new one?
Yes.
He's not dead. And they're about to get Homegirl out. That's the new shit they're trying to do, I heard.
Where is he, in Guam?
He's anywhere he wants to be because when you got the money.
No, you don't make a vague conspiracy theory.
Well, when you put it like this, bro, and this is just, the way I think about things. When you had the money and the resources, right? You had to go to jail for the slap on the wrist, but you technically received in 2007. I thought you received something that you couldn't get arrested for it, type of thing. Like he had stuff put in play that he didn't have to. He won't get arrested for it. However, you have
he could have gotten arrested for it. It was just the fact that he was rich and got out of it. That's all it was.
But that's the point, because he had stuff in play that was allowing him to stay out. So I say that to say, we've seen it before with all the cartel guys, the guys that actually got away and got the face swap and all that shit. And then, they show the footage of that one little minute shaved off of the tape before he died in his cell. I don't think he's dead, bro. But, certain people are on certain lists and certain other organizations.
All over it.
And certain people or not certain people, but departments of certain,
Yeah, the funny thing about that, I was telling Silent Assassin, I was like, when somebody tells you in May that, hey, my man, this list you've been telling everybody about, tell your whole base about, well, you're all over it. So we can't release this. So you gotta figure something else out. All right, well, gotta go back to the old hits. Crooked Hillary, Obama.
Yeah.
But here's the difference, though. They're not buying it this time. No one is. They're like, bruh, that old playbook ain't working no more, bro. The play action ain't actioning right now.
That's what I'm saying. So
it ain't.
At the end of the day, I mean, like I said, I don't think he's dead. But even still, there's too many people on that list too, though. There's mad people on that list.
Here's my conspiracy, and I actually have one. See, this is what happens. You rub off on me. Pause.
Oh my God.
I said pause. Okay. I believe that it's an inside job. It has nothing to do with Epstein.
Okay.
It has everything to do with the Heritage Foundation has already got through 48% of their policies in the first 6 months. So if you've already gotten more than close to half in the first 6 months of a 4-year administration, what do you need him for? Right? It's kind of like when you have the informant that's giving you everything, and you're the dirty cop. What do you need the informant for anymore? So you find a way to get the informant out of the way, however you do it, right?
Right.
So it's so funny how things are being leaked. All of these things are coming out. The Wall Street Journal is getting this. They now you see the disposition with Epstein saying, "Yeah, I would love to answer that, but I'm going to take my Fifth Amendment, my Sixth, and my 14th. Thank you." When they asked him, he said, "Hey, have you ever been in the same room with Trump with some people of a certain ilk?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that." Could have said no, right? Could have said no, but decided not to. So all of these things are leaking from where? Because if they don't need the old man anymore, then all they have to do is just insert their own Manchurian candidate because they're already passing their stuff, right? So there's going to be a fall guy because guess what? The base is still going to be clamoring. We want the FBI. Okay, cool. We'll release it. And there's going to have to be a sacrifice. You got to be the old man.
Diddy 2.0.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying, don't quote me on it. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that it's a conspiracy.
Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing.
That's all I'm saying.
I must say that I am impressed with the.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that one.
So we'll see.
I raised you right.
Yeah. Listen, I got to try one every once in a while. You know.
It's good.
Then I go after normal. Read the facts.
I don't think you can go after normal
Read
after
the
this
facts. Okay?
There's
It's
no
all about facts for me, sir.
There's no such
I
thing
don't
as
do
normal.
conspiracy theories because they're for crazy people. That's all I'm saying. Let's go ahead and just get it out of the way because there's a lot to talk about. We can discuss football and but I want to get it out of the way because you pissed me off this morning, and now we're gonna have to discuss it. Jets watch.
Talked about this morning.
Yeah, you called me. I don't remember what I was doing, but you called me. I was like, "Why is he calling me? Isn't he occupied with doing something else?" So I answered the phone, and you're just like, "Hey, okay, there's something of urgency. What do you want?" "Oh, you see the news? News about what?" "Oh, Justin Fields is hurt." "Who?" Don't act like you don't. His name is Josh Fields. Josh Fields is hurt, okay? So you're like, "Oh, well, you don't want to discuss it?" No, I don't want to discuss it because what is there to discuss? Didn't want him as a quarterback in the first place on the team. So I'm upset that he's hurt. That's terrible. What do I care? Next man up. Who's the next guy in charge? Who's the next guy in the quarterback room? Is it Tyrod Taylor? Is it him? Yeah. So get him in there. We don't care. So again, why was this news? And what are your thoughts about it now? The news is broken that, he has a dislocated toe. He's day-to-day. He avoided serious injury. And everybody in Jets organization is breathing a sigh of relief right now. And shouts to the kid. It's injuries are never a good thing. I just want to put that out there. But go ahead. Discuss.
I called you the minute it happened because you're like, I don't know, this sports guy that
Right.
knows about like sports stuff. So I try to have a sports conversation with you about the team that we both now again this first season.
You tried to have a discussion about Josh Fields.
Can I finish my statement, please?
Sorry.
Thanks. And I called the one person that would appreciate breaking news because I feel like I'm just talking, hey, bro, did you hear? And you completely shat on it.
So, all right, so I want to apologize.
No, don't walk it back now, because what you did was really ruin the trust that I have as far as, oh man, look, I heard something before you told me about it. And then you can be like, I don't give a shit. Why are you calling me about that? And I'm just trying to do my job as a whatever the hell I am and trying to feed you some news so that you could potentially perform some content out of it or answer some questions if you didn't know. And realistically, by me trying to do that, I get belittled and put on fucking warning notice and have a separate conversation about it on the pod, which is just like, I think enough is enough. You shit on my kid. You talked shit about her earlier.
I did not.
What's your deal, bro? Like, I don't do anything. I don't come here for this shit. Like, I don't bother you half the time. I don't even call you anymore. I just really just show up and put in work and then answer your emails or whatever you tell me to do. Like, other than that, I just don't know what this shit is about.
Listen, I took it personal because you called me about Josh Fields. That's all it is. If it was anybody else, it was Sauce Gardner, it was Garrett Wilson, I would have been fine. Don't call me about no Josh Fields.
I think the lesson to learn this week is to cool your jets.
Pun intended.
Ooh, that was good. And don't just react, okay? Take the time to really consider the man behind the sunglasses.
Well, I mean, that does have a double lesson because, remember, I did throw grenades yesterday.
You did.
Unnecessary.
You did.
And
lives could have got
yeah
altered for shit like that.
Yeah. Could have been internet beef.
Could have been real shit. So it's like, hey, I'm just your man's trying to put you on to tell you.
Are you saying that I'm a bit of a hothead?
What I am telling you is this. Aim before you shoot.
That's fair. Like I said, I would like to apologize. So
if you don't, that means you gay.
Well, yeah,
and that's it.
Josh Fields, if he ends up being out for an extended period of time, which obviously he's not going to be, but let's just play the scenario out. You feel comfortable with Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback?
I don't mind Tyrod Taylor as a quarterback at all. I'm more comfortable with Tyrod, not uncomfortable with Tyrod Taylor staying healthy. It's really about who's the third guy, and I hope it's Adrian Martinez.
You're always concerned about the third string guy.
Because
the third string guy is never going to play.
He's going to play in preseason in 2 weeks. And then I'm going to get to see him, and I'll be like, oh, my God, it's Adrian Martinez. Like, it's my favorite quarterback. But realistically, I mean, listen, Tyrod is way more, savvy, I think, as quarterback. But it's not that it's not that I care about Justin Fields. It's not that I care about. I do want to see that connection between
him and Garrett Wilson.
That's what I want to see. So I don't want to see that fucked up. And then I think even with the tight end and how they're and the way they're building up the line and shit like that, right. And they're also the way they're implementing the run, there's going to be a lot of gadget plays. There's going to be a lot of. I think it's going to be a different looking Jets that you've seen before. But I'm not saying that we're going to win. I'm not saying that it's going to be the season. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm just saying I think it would be a different look. And I think the organization may run a little different compared to how they run it before. Like you said,
I think we've already seen that based on the moves that they're making, that they are operating on a whole bit different.
Yeah, a whole different. There's no names involved. Like Aaron Glenn, yeah, he was a Jet, cool, but he's coming from a solid, disciplined football team. Like the whole Woody Johnson is not in the media light at all. He's showing his little flex little by little. He bought them. They got their new the new locker room, which is really, really nice. Super fire. Like, well deserved. I heard they had one of the shittiest locker rooms in the world.
It's the worst stadium in sports.
It is. So I'm saying that to say but the disconnect of, I feel like I feel like a lot of shit got cleaned out this season. Like a lot. They went balls to the wall last year trying to make that Aaron Rodgers shit work, and it didn't work. And a lot of people just lost their job and had to, because there were probably some people in there that was just like cancerous to the whole organization.
Don't throw shit in my man.
I'm not saying it was him.
I heard some.
This is the thing I'm talking about. Why are you so angry, bro?
Don't throw shade at Aaron.
Yo, bro, relax. I'm not saying nothing about your mans, bro.
All right, just making sure.
Glasses are fogging up. Chill out. Anyway, bro, I'm just trying to say that down to the QB coach, to this coach, to that coach, everybody got wiped. And it feels good to see, okay, hey, let's see what happens. They locked in their talent without having to lose them to the Patriots like that's happened before. So, we're not waiting until 2 days before the season to get somebody signed. Things are moving in the right direction. And I think if that connection can be what it is, along with Taylor, the tight end, I'm really excited about that to see how that looks. It'll be worth watching.
Predictions about how Mr. Fields will do
this season. Healthy.
I don't need numbers.
Okay.
I just need, is he going to play a competent quarterback? When I mean competent quarterback, I mean obviously average game manager, not cost you game style quarterback. Will he be the reason why they lose games? Or will he be just maybe more of a net positive than a net negative?
I think it could be a net positive based off of the coachability.
Yeah.
I think the coachability could be it. And what the scheme is. I think the scheme is going to look completely different than it's ever looked. And that's what I think. If they're making you run the ball and we have the pieces to run the ball and you're doing Lamar Jackson runs and options in college football, I think that'll give the Jets a whole nother app. Then it's not that shitty ass third. We're trying to run on third, and it's like, wait, why are we trying to do that? It's 3rd and 12. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Run 2, pass 1. That's what's been going on since last year or years before.
Vanilla offense.
Yeah, so I think now you're going to see a little, cosmetics in there, and I think he has an option. I think it does it. And I think Tyrod is as well can do the same shit. We got, there's one name that I forget that we have that it's like, and it's not a huge name, but it's like it's just glimpses. Is it Josh Reynolds?
Yeah.
Like there's some little pieces like that like, oh wait, what he did? What? Oh, who the fuck is that? Like those type of pieces. You still have Lazard. You still have, you know what I'm saying? Like Corley. We got to see what that turns into. You still have 2 tight ends that are pretty solid. You still have, granted, you got Garrett Wilson as the 1, like, and then you get somebody who's comfortable throwing the ball to Wilson. You still have Brees. You still have Braylon Edwards. You still have the other little I think you still got the little African guy, right? Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know. I see it.
You named all of those, and the Jets ain't gonna win no more than 6 games.
That's fine, bro.
6 games.
Why you so mad?
6-11 is their future.
Why you so mad?
I'm not upset. It's just about I am not so high on Josh Fields or Justin Fields. I'm just not.
Josh Fields or Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson.
Josh Fields or Greg McElroy?
Give me McElroy.
Josh Fields or Eric Ainge?
Give me Eric Ainge.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
give me Shane Falco. Give me anybody but Josh Fields. I'm sorry. I need to see it. My thing is, you don't get your name until you start playing good. If he start balling, Justin Fields will be his name for the rest of the season. Huh?
You get a jersey?
Nah.
He wins more than...
If he gets this team to the playoffs, I get a Justin Fields jersey.
You gonna wear it?
I would have to wear it on the show.
Say that. We have it. Nicole is docked. Timestamp.
29 minutes.
Can we clip?
We'll clip it.
We'll clip it. Thanks. All right, that's it. I'm good here.
Yeah, if he leads this team to the playoffs, I will make sure that I do a segment and say how great Justin.
You can't get the fake. We got to get the real one.
That's fine.
Player exclusive.
I mean, I'm in the jersey game now. I got 2 mesh jerseys, so feel good. Never had jerseys before in my life. Well, outside of basketball, Mitchell and that stuff, but never really bought like team jerseys.
Okay.
It's a weird feeling.
How do you feel about the fights that's been breaking out in the Dallas Cowboys camp?
It's good. Fights are good in camp.
Mm-hmm.
Fights are always good in camp because that means that people are actually emotional and they're invested into what they're doing. If you're not getting into a fight in the camp, I don't think that you're gonna be able to bond collectively as a team. Most training camps, if you see it, guys get into squabbles, they get into fights. It's a natural progression when you have all of that testosterone on one field. Guys are playing football. They're not playing laser tag. So emotions are going to run high. Temperatures are hot. People are getting frustrated because they're missing assignments. People are getting hazed and clowned on because they're not playing well. Yeah, fights are going to break out. So fights are good. Fights, I actually like to see that from because you haven't really seen much passion from the Dallas Cowboys in years. So maybe a crazy man like George Pickens can be able to bring that locker room together, something that Dak Prescott and those guys never couldn't be able to do. So, yeah, locker room fights are good. Fights in general in sports are good. They always have been when it comes to, like, team-wise. Now, you don't want that to bleed on the actual, like, game day. You don't want to fight game day, but practice, yeah. You want to get that out of your system.
Like Malice and Palace?
Nah, that's too much. That's too much. They was beating up, dudes that helped came down with the popcorn. It was bad. It was bad. Dudes catching the right crosses, trying to deliver the Cracker Jack box like that. Come on now, that's enough.
Got your popcorn.
Right. Knocked out. Knocked out. Ball boy. Knocked out. Dude that cleans the court with the towel. What are you doing? You had the security guards that just stand there next to the rope and tell people, hey, okay, you can come in. Knocked out. Like, everybody was catching it.
That was a good time.
Yeah, that's Queensbridge. You don't mess with that.
Don't mess with that at all.
That's Queensbridge. That's Stack 5. Like that. Those two dudes, crazy. So, yeah, but fights are good. Moving down the road, I guess in the same building, they go across the hall. Giants have named their quarterback QB1 Russ Wilson. Thoughts about that? Claw? Yeah.
Let's say about that shit.
Hey, you got to be objective.
Listen, I would have chosen Jameis.
Yeah, you definitely would have
chosen Jameis. So.
I think they would have been fine with Jameis and Jackson Dart as the backup.
I agree.
But maybe, I mean, listen, I am somebody who's a proponent for rookies sitting. So the fact that you have Russ, Jameis, and you have Dart as the third, it gives him time to be able to develop, which is good. So he has two veterans that he can learn behind. Jameis is the best motivational guy that you can have in a locker room, especially for a young guy, to be able to keep things positive, especially when they're not playing well. So I think Jackson Dart is in the best situation that he can possibly be in outside of playing.
I think
it's a good environment.
Of any of these rookie QBs, though,
he has the best situation.
He has the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can learn from him and I can learn from him.
Right.
What to not do and what to never do.
Right. And then he has the Coach Ozempic that is quarterback whisperer. He'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be all right. Thoughts, Silent Assassin? This is your team.
Yeah, I think, like, future-wise, I think they have a good future compared to the Jets, so... And I think, like, to be honest, like, I'm not just saying this, but I think they're going to have a better year than the Jets. So
That's fair. I did say that I can see the Giants finishing ahead of the Cowboys in their own division. I think the Cowboys might finish last.
They should.
When you think about the Eagles going number one, you got the Commanders, you got the Giants, and then you got the Cowboys. So I can see that happening. I can see the Giants running into 8 or 9 wins possibly. See that happening. So we'll see.
Some playoffs.
Playoffs.
That was your sunburn talking.
Exactly. That's the old skin talking. Like, what? Come on, man. No, not yet. I think that they have certain pieces they're building, but maybe a season away, season or two away from actually saying that they can get to the playoffs. Moving on. You know, I was gonna be calm about this, and I was gonna have the actual like song too. You know, my turn up song, because it was gonna be one of those pods. But no, doesn't need to be. But what's going to happen is dehumidifiers and space heaters are back. That's what I'm talking about. It's time to talk about those Clippers. Man, oh man, have people been talking about the Clippers over the last few? Why? Every year it's the same thing. Yo, the Clippers gonna be good this year. Yo, watch out for those Clippers. Hey, I've been hearing the same thing since 2020. Clippers are good. They gonna win a championship. They're right there. They got the oldest team in the league right now. They just signed Chris Paul. Man, Christmas come early. Silas Asa, what is the line? We know how this is going to end. What happened in San Antonio, right? He went there to try to mentor Wemby. What happened to Wemby? What happened to him? Huh?
Just gone.
Deep vein thrombosis is what happened to him. Shut him down for the season. You see, when I said it before the season. I said, I hope that Wemby doesn't get hurt. Not the fact that he's going to do it himself, but some freak accident is going to happen because you got Black Cat Paul on your roster. Well, he wanted to go back to the Clippers. Thank you, basketball gods. Thank you for giving me this gift. You're the gift that keeps on giving. They got the oldest team in the league. They got James Harden, he's old. You got Brook Lopez, old as dirt. You got Chris Paul, old as dirt. You got Kawhi Leonard, who got the oldest knees in the league. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. It's going to be the same thing. And somebody's going to have a freak accident this year again. I'm telling you why, because he's a jinx. He's always been a jinx, and he'll continue to be a jinx. And the fact that he just announced that this is his last season, yes, let it be. I am going to have my own tour for Chris Paul this season. Every episode, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spit out a stat or accolade or achievement that Chris Paul has achieved throughout his entire 20-year career. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I want to show appreciation for Chris Paul. I want to tell him how much I appreciate his service to the league and how many teams that he's jinxed and destroyed in his wake. That's what I'm going to do. So this is what we're going to do for the whole season. Dehumidifiers and space heaters is going to be a thing. It's going to be a Chris Paul edition, though. Nobody else. I don't need anybody else. I don't need to talk about anybody else. I'm not going to talk about Harden. I'm not going to talk about Kawhi Leonard. I'm not going to talk about anybody else. It's going to be Chris Paul because this is his final send-off. And what a perfect way to end it than going back to the place that you should have never been because David Stern sent you there because he wanted to veto the trade. That's where the curse happened. That's where the curse started, is that before that, Chris Paul was fine until David Stern stepped in and said, oh, no, you can't go to the Lakers because that's cheating. We don't want you to go team with Kobe Bryant and win several championships. We don't want that. No. I control the Pelicans. You're going, oh, it was the Hornets at the time. I control the Hornets. You're going to the Clippers because we need to keep competitive balance. We need to create a new superpower in the West. Since he's gone there, nothing but bad news. So, hey, continue it. Bury the Clippers, and this is going to be the final nail in the coffin. This is great news. It's great news for Lakers fans. It's great news for basketball enthusiasts. It's great news for conspiracy theorists like myself who have said for years that Chris Paul's a jinx. That's all I'm saying.
You saw that, right? You saw what he called himself? For years, he called himself a conspiracy theorist.
When it comes to Chris Paul?
Got it, okay.
Have I not been spot on?
Nicole, just clip that. Just mark the timing for that.
Hold on, Silence. Don't let him do this. Since you have been here, have I not been spot on with this Chris Paul stuff?
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Since you've been so spot on, I don't think it's a conspiracy anymore. So.
Yeah, see? It's proven. It's a proven fact. So she's right. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's not a theory. What if it's not a theory? What is it? It's
factual.
Yeah. It's a statement. Truth.
Claude Jr., do me a favor. Take note that they both drank the Kool-Aid.
That's not
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Appreciate it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I won't.
Claude 2.0, she understands it. Okay? She gets it. Yeah, it's fine. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, thoughts on the oldest team in the league getting older?
Good pickup.
Why?
Because it doesn't do anything for them. It's you know what it is? It's enough to keep those $15 seats filled because they got to pay rent.
And all those bathrooms.
That's it. And they got to pay rent. And somebody's going to want to watch somebody drop 50 points and lose.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Clippers do what the Clippers do every year.
It's like watching the Globetrotters.
They're going to start slow, then they're going to go on the run, and then Clippers fans are going to get excited. Clipper Darrell and all these other fans, Billy Crystal, all these people, they're going to go ahead and start getting excited about their Clippers. And then they're going to get their hearts broken again because death, taxes, and Clippers will always be bad. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Okay? We can put the Jets in there as well, too. We understand that, right? But tides are turning in New York. For the Clippers, no. That place is jinxed. Okay? It's jinxed. It's like, you ever watch that movie, Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah.
Silas Ash, she's already laughing, right? She's already laughing. What happened to the Clippers is Chris Paul was that girl in the bank. And the Lakers are the gypsy lady that was trying to get the loan. Okay? And then once the gypsy lady got turned down, the gypsy lady said, I'm going to jinx you. Okay? I'm going to put a hex on you, and then that's going to be the end. The end of it. So that's been happening for years now. So the only way for him to make it right is for him to do something and apologize to the Lakers fans or something. I don't know what it's going to take. But something has to happen for him to get the stink off of him because that jinx has been real for a very, very long time. So, hey, shouts to the Clippers. I hope you guys have good luck. I hope you guys stay healthy. Nobody wants to see any injuries, but when you got the black cat on your team, all I can say is good luck. Moving on. The Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Brooklyn Nets. I wouldn't even call it a beef. It's more of a misunderstanding. Whose side are you on? Because you had KD that he was on the Mind the Game pod with LeBron James and Steve Nash saying, hey, listen, Steve Nash, he doesn't blame Steve Nash because Steve Nash had his hands tied behind his back. He couldn't really coach because there was a whole bunch of, nonsense that was going on that was outside of their control. And we all know who KD was referring to, right? The elephant in the room, Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie clapped back and was like, yo, people can say whatever they want to say, but Kenny Atkinson didn't like me. I didn't want Steve Nash. KD wanted him. James Harden came there, and then KD wanted me gone because the whole Vax thing. And then James Harden axed out because he wanted me gone as well, and they wouldn't trade me. So, and then I have Nets fans that have said things about, oh well, yeah, we always blame Kyrie for the collapse of the team. I don't think that's fair.
I agree.
I don't think that's fair. I think Kyrie was who he was, right? Obviously, he definitely was very opinionated, and he's definitely a polarizing figure. But when you're talking about putting the reins of responsibility in a guy like Kevin Durant's hands, that's never been a leader, and you have him picking the coach, somebody who just picked him off the street. He's never coached before. He's never been in no coaching, locker rooms. He's never been in no type of game planning for being a head coach, and you want him to coach your team. Then you had the depth that the Nets had. They had draft picks. They had all of these things. They had young players, and you go ahead and you siphon off all of those young players to go get James Harden, all because James Harden wanted to be in Brooklyn. You wanted him too. So all of these things Kyrie didn't want. So Kyrie was like, all right, cool. Well, y'all gonna go ahead and do y'all thing. I'm gonna just be here. And then who ended up leaving first? Harden left. Then was it Kyrie that got traded after that?
Yeah,
or was it KD that got traded before that? Either way, I think it was KD got his deal, and then he left, and then Kyrie got traded. So I'm not blaming anybody.
They were just trying to, keep him there, not keep him there, pay him, not pay him.
Yeah, I'm not blaming any one person for the destruction of the Brooklyn Nets, because I remember when that happened, I came on this show and I said, be careful what you wish for. If you want to go ahead and get this big three and have three guys that couldn't lead you out of a Macy's parking lot, this is what's going to happen. It's clear. You don't have any type of real leadership on that team. So who are you going to turn to be able to steer the ship when things go wrong? You can always go to Steve Nash. Steve Nash had that ability, but Steve Nash is not that type of leader. He led by example. He's now a head coach. It's a lot different of how his style of leadership is. So I always knew it wasn't going to work. But for somebody to blame one person over the other, everybody was culpable in the situation. Kyrie had his faults. He was wrong. KD made some terrible decisions. Steve Nash never really grew as a coach. James Harden was too immature, and he didn't have himself in great shape to be able to contribute to the team. And Sean Marks was a cuck. He just allowed things to happen, and he just stood there and watched. He had no backbone in regards to trying to put his foot down. He just allowed the inmates to run the asylum. So everybody's culpable. And Kenny Atkinson is culpable as well when he was there. So there's a lot of different things that transpired that everybody has a hand in messing up the situation. But it is what it is. What are we going to go ahead and try to rehash this for? That's my whole point. It's just come on now. Moving on. There has been some conversations out there, and I don't know who started it. I would love to know who started it. I would love to find who started it. But there's people out there that are talking about Kobe Bryant as if he's not one of the top 5 best talents we've ever seen in basketball. And when you have these analytical numbers obsessed commentators or analysts, yes, there's going to be certain numbers that you look at Kobe Bryant's career and he doesn't stack up to the the Jokic's and the LeBrons and the KDs and all these other guys that have 50, 40, 90 and all this other nonsense, right? But Kobe Bryant was a dog. Kobe Bryant did things and he was a winner. And if you are somebody who just watched basketball and you didn't care about the sabermetrics of the game, the advanced analytics that make things a lot more clearer to the pencil pushers out there. If you're just watching the game like how most people used to watch the game back then, there was nobody that you can be able to say that was more undeniable than Kobe Bryant. And what are we talking about here? That's like saying Allen Iverson was one of the most inefficient basketball players. You didn't watch him then. You're just basically looking at numbers. And we're looking at the numbers. Like Kobe Bryant put up numbers. He was a dog. He won championships. He was clutch. He was a guy that came in at 17 and was playing against grown men. He started winning championships at age 21 and was busting people ass. He went ahead and reinvented himself after the whole debacle with the Denver, Colorado situation. He went ahead and had a renaissance in regards to getting a brand new dynasty with Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom and those guys. Like this is a guy that transcended sports. You go ahead and you go to China. You say the word Kobe Bryant. You see the movement and the appreciation and the love. That's not somebody who is looked at globally as not one of the greatest players to ever play this game. We don't care about analytics. We don't care about advanced sabermetrics. Nobody gives a damn about stupid ass numbers like that. We don't care because those numbers don't tell the story. A lot of numbers don't tell the particular story in regards to how great a particular guy is. And the Kobe Bryant slander, I will have none of it. I will have none of it. Anybody that I hear have any Kobe Bryant slander, it's enough. Claw, thoughts?
I think, and I didn't appreciate him as he was, still playing as much as I do now, but Kobe is one of the greatest. And I do feel that, he did things that a lot of people couldn't do, and I wish that LeBron would do my game.
You gotta relax.
I'm just saying, I wish that he was, before he calls it quits, he goes into that record park, puts in work. I wish he goes to Bronny and do it, to be honest with you. But, that's a different time. But, yeah, I believe what you believe on this one.
Yeah, I really don't understand where the slander is coming from. I think a lot of people, again, like when you talk about the numbers, they're going to go ahead and just base this off of advanced metrics and stuff like that. And they're going to try to dumb down his career when you really can't quantify his career based on shooting percentages. And, it's about the moments. It's about the all defensive teams that he made. It's about, his impact on the game, the fact that he was the best player in the game for like close to a decade straight. Like all of these things are important to a person's legacy. And the advanced numbers just don't tell those particular stories. And I will have none of it. I will have none of the slander.
But the other thing is too, like just at sports and life, everything is numbers generated. You know what I mean? Everything is numbers infused. Like you'll get a whole nother audience that is more focal on metrics and algorithm based, product and I just looking at these numbers, I know what you're gonna do. That it's predictability basically of just computer enforced just metrics and game operation. So
I just think it's a silly way to view sports from one particular lens. I think you should use advanced analytics as a tool to be able to help you get a better understanding. But if you're just using this as the only thing to judge somebody's game, I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong. I think if you use it as like an alternative to say, okay, let me go ahead and look at the advanced stats and see how this particular person compares with this and this, and then we can be able to go ahead and have a broader conversation about what this person's actual importance to the game is. Yeah, okay, that's fair. But a lot of people just use the analytics, and that's what they have. That's what their opinion is. Based on what the analytics spits out to you, that's what they give you. Oh, well, this guy's ranked him or 50 because of the analytics. Shut up.
But see, that's the thing. Like the analytics being still programming people's
somebody's inputting the information.
Because they'll look at it like, okay, the facts are the facts, and that's the truth. So it's like, can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then you base it off of that, but you miss out the whole step of what it means to have heart, like basically play with heart. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at what numbers.
Heart is about emotion.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? A performance, like the Garden is what it is. Are we the best team? Nah, but like, is that the best audience because of the amount of heart that goes into those games and like the people that are highly invested in it?
And you
like,
can't measure that.
Yeah, like nothing is more important in in that setting than that team.
Yeah, I agree. You can't measure somebody's work ethic. You can't measure the passion of a fan base. None of those things you can put into an analytic system or program to be able to spit numbers at you and give you an answer. So I am not into the analytic game. I think it's garbage when you're thinking about the totality of somebody's career when a lot of times you're putting it's emotion is a part of your analysis about a certain player's game. Like, how did that player make you feel when you watch them play? Right? Like, when you hear people speak about Michael Jordan, they don't talk about just the numbers. The first thing that they mention to you is how they felt with him playing the game. Like, he's the greatest player I've ever seen. He did like, that's all from an emotional point of view, is that he made you react. He made you feel like you were watching the greatest player of all time. And then they go with the numbers. So all of those things are important to be able to put into a pot, yes, but it shouldn't be the only option of you to be able to get a conclusion about somebody's story as an athlete in their career. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just the one thing about baseball. They've confused baseball so much with all of these new statistics that they don't matter. New stats don't matter to me. Give me the same old stats that we used to use. RBIs, hits, walks, runs, home runs, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging. Those things matter. I don't care about no F-WAR and this nonsense that they have. There's some other stupid-ass stat that they got out there I don't understand. It's ridiculous. How many more stats you need to be able to tell you how good somebody is? I can show you how good Aaron Judge is. I don't need a stat. I can see how bad he is. He's a bad man. Kyle Riley, I can tell you how bad that dude is. Smack home runs all over the place. He's good. I don't need analytics to tell me that. I don't need analytics to tell me, oh, well, based on the analytics, he should finish 4th in the league in MVP because of this weighted wins against. Who cares? What does it matter? That's all I'm saying. It's just all of this slander when it comes, it's mostly because of these analytical conversations, and I'm sick of it. I'm a sports guy. I watch sports for a living because it's about how you view them in that time, how they played. I'm not going to some analytic book and breaking down numbers and having an opinion based on analytics. It's dumb. It's just dumb. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Laker fans. How are my Laker fans feeling right now? There's no Laker fans in this room except me for right now, but I think Laker fans right now there's two emotions that they have. One, they feel very incomplete about the offseason that they're having currently. Like, they feel like they're not done yet, or they should do more. Marcus Smart was a good addition. You got what's my man's name? DeAndre Ayton. You got Jake LaRavia. LeBron James is back on a 1-year deal. So, a lot of Laker fans are nervous. They're not confident in their team being able to compete in the West with all the upgrades that other teams have made, like Denver, Houston, Memphis, all of these teams that have made adjustments and improvements to their particular rosters. But the one thing that was really getting people shaky was there was this rumor saying that Luka may not sign an extension this summer. And there was mass panic flowing through the rumor mill. Right? Laker fans like, oh my goodness, well, if he's not gonna sign the extension, we gotta trade him. We gotta trade him now. Like we can't wait until he decides that he wants to go to free agency and then leave. There was rumors that Lakers management was all nervous that Luka's not gonna sign. I never had that feeling. I'm like, why would he not sign? Every time he had an interview, every time he spoke to somebody, every time you saw a print that was on, that was, the transcript of the interview, whatever it was, he always said that he wanted to win championships here and be the guy to bring titles back to LA. If he's somebody that's been saying that, then why would you think that there would be anything different outside of, maybe him wanting to get a little bit more leverage in a negotiation? That's possible. But you've given him DeAndre Ayton. That was a player that he wanted. He contacted Marcus Smart and got that deal done after the buyout was completed. So it's now Luka's team. It's now his ship to run. And if he's the one running the ship, he's the captain now. Why would he go ahead and say, thank you for doing all of those things for me. Thank you for adding this player. Thank you for doing this. But not going to sign. Not yet anyway. Hey, I still might sign. So, just don't throw me away yet. Of course he's going to sign. He's been a loyal guy since day one. He didn't want to leave Dallas. Dumbass Nico Harrison wanted him to leave Dallas. So that's the thing, is that he's not going to go anywhere because he's built differently. He's built in regards to that loyalty type of old school mentality. You took a chance on me. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to build my legacy here, and that's it. So there's a report that's saying that he's going to be with his national team playing in Eurobasket, and they said that he's going to report to the national team by August 4th. Luka is eligible to sign the extension on August 2nd. They're saying that he's going to go and arrive there on August 4th because he has some obligations to take care of in the States. So we all know what that's pointing to, is that he is all systems go to look like he's going to be able to sign his extension. The rumor is he's going to sign a 4-year, $229 million deal, somewhere in that range. It's a lot of money. And this is going to be able to set the Lakers up for their future. They don't have to worry about panicking anymore about their star player leaving. You can be able to start preparing and start building this team for the future. And I like to see it. I am not the biggest Luka fan. I think he's a great player. I think what he's done in his career so far is impressive. The numbers that he's put up, the top 5 finishes of MVP, all of these things, the All NBA teams that he's done. So I am not somebody who's like, I don't like Luka. I don't like what's going on. I think that he has the ability to be good. He's gotten himself in tremendous shape. He's lost a lot of weight. He's put on some muscle. All of these things are good signs to know that he's very committed to allowing this team to be good next season. He may end up having one of his best seasons that he's ever had in his career because he's slimmed down so much. So there's a lot to like. There's a lot of positive, but there's also a lot of uncertainty. What's going on with LeBron? What's going on with the big man rotation? Do we have enough on the perimeter to be able to compete at a high level and defend? How is Jared Vanderbilt going to come back? I'm hearing that he's having a good offseason. This is the first offseason in a while that he can be able to train and work on his game because he's not rehabbing. So there's a lot of things that there's a question marks, there's some concerns, but there's also some optimism. I like what I'm seeing. Luka getting here is going to be great. Signing is going to be great. So that's my thing. Moving on. What do we got? Oh man. Yes. Have to talk about this. Solid Assassin, you have to chime in on this. This is not your sport, but we're going to discuss it anyway. Claw, make sure you are alert because this one is a doozy. The WNBA. Listen, I did not want to discuss it, right? But I have to. You know what's crazy is that you want to support them. You want to make sure that you're getting, all the people that are out there that support the game. They have their season tickets. They're real WNBA supporters. You want to see the game grow. The game is growing. The popularity is rising. All of these things are good. But man, did they kick themselves in the foot with those shirts. Pay us what you owe us. Now, here's the thing. Revenue is improving, right? It's increasing a little bit. But profit, they're still in the red. So my thing is that the NBA right now subsidizes the league and owns the league. I think it's 60% they own the league. You can increase the wages if you'd like to. But where's the profit coming from if you're still not netting a positive in regards to profit? So we're going to increase wages And you know what's going to end up happening if you increase the wages and there's no profit coming in? Claude, what's going to happen?
Bad business.
Bad business. But what also happens? Businesses have to fold, correct?
Correct.
So what are we talking about? So you want more of a revenue split? Okay, cool. I know the CBA is coming up after the season, but pay us what you owe us. You play 30 games a season. You have a very, very small but serviceable TV deal. You are not the NBA. The NBA plays 82 games. They're on multiple networks. They got $1 billion TV contract. What are we talking about here? So pay us what you owe us. The $6 that's in the bank. What's the profit? Show me. If I'm somebody who's in the negotiations in this new CBA, I'm gonna push the books to the middle of the table, and I'm gonna ask the players' president to show me a net profit here. If you can be able to show us profit of where this league is making money, then go ahead. We'll go ahead and increase the wages. But until then, whatever y'all make is whatever y'all make. Y'all want to go ahead and go subsidize? Go join the Big Three. Go join that other league that y'all had in the offseason. Go overseas. There's plenty of times that you could be able to make more money somewhere else. But you cannot ask for more bread when there's no profit margin. You're in the negatives. So is it a point of just, are they naive? Do they not know the business side of things? Because maybe a lot of players don't understand. They're saying, oh my goodness, the popularity is growing, which means that there should be money. Nah. Just because that there's people that come to your house on the weekends because y'all like to turn up on the weekends, don't mean I got money to feed all y'all when y'all come over here and karaoke in my house. Ain't no profit here. Profit margin is low. That's all I'm saying. So I got more people in here, and all y'all got your hands out. What we eating tonight? We going DoorDash or Uber Eats. We doing none of that. Because ain't no money there. That's what the WNBA is telling you. Yeah, cool. There's more people in the seats. We're starting to see a little bit more popularity. There's more people buying PSLs and season tickets. Great. We still ain't turning a profit. Thoughts? Silent Assassin.
Yeah, I understand obviously both sides. The professional athletes, they should be making more than the range. I think it's like 75 to like 225 depending on the player. But like where's the WNBA going to get the money from to give them those extra funds if there's no money coming in to pay them? I think what they should do and need to do is stop trying to bully the faces of the league and try and come together and work together and make the sport more popular.
There you
where
go.
Then they can get that money that they want.
Man, cooking with grease over there. Cooking with grease over there. That was great. And that's exactly what it is. Instead of knocking down your potential cash cow, right? Come together, band together, and go get this money. Mm-hmm. Caitlin Clark she's hurt right now, but she is the golden goose. And maybe there's going to be somebody else who's going to be the golden goose soon. Juju Watkins, when she comes to the league, maybe she will be the LeBron James of the game. It may not be Caitlin. It'll be Caitlin because of her hue, because people want to see, they always want to push the white stars. It's good. It's fine. It's good for marketability. We understand that. But maybe she's not going to be the person to actually push the league forward. It might be somebody else. We don't know.
Or she needs to go against somebody.
Right. You got to be a villain, right? So all I'm saying is that this catty behavior that we've seen since Caitlin Clark has gotten to the league, we've even heard it in the All-Star weekend. Oh, well, Team Caitlin wasn't practicing enough. We don't care about none of that. Go out there and go play basketball. We don't care about none of the drama, because it's bad enough it's a woman's game. If y'all creating drama, it's like people are expecting you guys to be this catty. Do the opposite. Do the opposite and band together and make sure that y'all going out there, y'all are outsourcing, you're outreaching, you're trying to build this brand. It's gonna take time. You're not gonna go from no profit to exponential profit overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take trust from the consumer to believe that the product they're watching is something that's going to be sustainable for a long period of time. That's how it works. But this catty nonsense it's ridiculous. And then you have the naive nonsense that y'all think that y'all gonna get money. Where y'all getting money from?
Yeah. And also too, like, I know not everybody, but a lot of them that are so like pushing it do make significant amount of money like off the court.
Yeah.
So for them demanding more money, you know, when they're already doing well outside of the sport.
They got endorsement deals while the girl that's making $29,000 got a shirt on. You ain't got that type of money. If there's a strike right now, you're going to be the first one across that picket line. Why? Because you can't afford to not have a paycheck.
Yeah.
Burger King is hiring at that point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, enough already. Like, stop. First of all right, this is the biggest thing. I should have said this before. Stop pocket watching. Stop pocket watching. Just because other leagues are making money, that's like the women's softball league looking at Major League Baseball saying, we want that. No. It ain't the same. It ain't the same viewership. It's not the same game. It's not the same revenue generation. It's just not. So what are we talking about? Your game is completely different. The viewership is completely different than the NBA. That is $1 billion organization in association.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah. I think like I did see like those other leagues are making billions a year.
Yeah.
I think I did see that the NBA just cracked like $1 billion valuation of the whole league.
For the what? W?
Yeah. So they're like valued at $1 billion while the other leagues are bringing in billions per year.
Billions. That's what I'm saying. It's like we're comparing apples to oranges here. You're this league has been around since 1997. It is yet to turn a profit. Takes time, but you have to build your stars instead of trying to push them down. Caitlin Clark's not having a great season. She's been very hurt the whole year, but doesn't matter. Angel Reese, she's playing very well, but it's about being able to have a game that's marketable. I see a lot more WNBA bloopers than I see highlights on social media. And if I'm somebody that is in the sports world and I'm getting all of this information and all these clips and all these things from certain outlets, what do you think the casual fan is getting? If they're going down the rabbit hole and seeing these bloopers and people making fun of the league, then now that's going to stick. And then now that particular rot is going to spread because people think that that's the actual product that's on TV when it's not. So you got to find ways to be able to have less of those and more great highlights to be able to have people say, yo, did you see that move that such and such put on? Like, yo. And then that goes viral, and now you have people say, yo, I'm going to watch that next time because I need to see what she's going to do. You don't have enough of those clips. You don't have enough of those, like, oh, my goodness, Sports Center back in the day type of clips. You need those things. You got to find ways to be able to generate and create popularity for your game. It's growing. I'm not going to sit here and hate and say it's not. It is. It's just not growing at the rate that's going to turn a profit right now. So there's time for everything. That's all I'm saying. Claw, any thoughts?
I mean, everything you said is valid when it comes down to the profitability margin. If you're not in those margins, you can't extend past those margins.
Yeah.
I think with the Olympics coming up, I think you'll see a push within that Olympic. I think the Olympics have to do a lot with how successful the sport is because A, it's in America. B, you got all this talent is going to get a little bit more seasoned. How they compete against the world is going to matter, and then you'll start having I think as more players come up and they become a platform and foundation, you'll get more players that actually, that gem will come that'll carry the sport.
We'll see. We'll see.
I
But
think by 2028, 2030, it'd be lit.
it's possible. It's definitely possible. That's another 3 years from now. Yeah, I would hope that another 3 years from now they're actually turning a profit. If they're not, then there's concerns. There's big time concerns. And at that point,
turning a profit and having a sport that's going to get there, you want to turn a profit financially, yes, but then you also, these companies, they operate in debt anyway. So a lot of these big businesses that are behind these names are writing off this shit because it's a complete total loss.
yes, true. Sometimes the company itself is riding in debt, but this is why you have to get the TV rights deals.
No, for sure.
The TV rights deals, that's instant money to be able to generate and push your cap up, be able to give more salary to your players. This is why the NFL continues to be able to be successful and the cap continues to rise, because their TV deals are so large and ridiculous that they can be able to have that 1 or 2% increase of the salary cap every season, because they're seeing a net profit every year. Tremendous gains. NBA, tremendous gains. Baseball has their own, every team has their own media market, and some have bigger than others. MLB Network, all of these things, there's a net positive that these organizations are having, so they can be able to have the money to be able to put back into the team, put back into the salaries, all that stuff. And the WNBA don't have that. So until then, they need to take them shirts off and throw that shit in a garage somewhere, put it in a box. Put it in a box, because it ain't the time for that, because you're bringing the wrong attention to your game when everybody should just be focused on watching this game, building it, supporting it, pushing it out there, pushing it out there into the ethos, and pushing the algorithm and making these positive plays turn into revenue, turn into viewership, turn into jersey sales, turn into online downloads, whatever it is. That's what you want to focus your game on, instead of this catty, naive. It's just not coming from a place of knowledge. I understand that they want to get a profit. I'm not even blaming them. It just looks bad for when you know that the league is not making any money. And it's just like, y'all can't be this tone deaf. Like, you gotta understand that you gotta crawl before you walk. You really do. Moving on. It's time for the...
You gotta be kidding me. I mean,
irrelevant news of the week. Let's see what I got this week. I was throwing shots at the Gen Zers. Let's see here. See what we got here. Oh, here it is. Gen Z teens call American Pie problematic after watching it for the first time. Now, Claude, me and you come from that era, right? That was kind of like the start of the extreme, not even really extreme, but that was a really funny ass movie. And for Gen Z to watch this and immediately be offended, I am offended. Like, what is happening? Like, why can't people just imagine things in whatever time it was and just leave it there? Why do you have to just be offended about everything? What's going on?
This same generation, if they said that about that movie, which was a comedy, do you know if they really would have saw kids, what it would have did for them?
Oh no, or Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, it won't even,
like
Euro Trip,
Beer League.
They won't make it, bro.
Beer Fest.
They won't even make
Super Troopers.
They won't make it, bro.
I think they probably be offended of Naked Gun now.
Naked Gun would definitely trigger them. Beavis and Butthead, I'm pretty sure they would offend them. They'll even revisit Family Guy.
Yeah.
Just say, wow, I can't believe this. Chappelle Show. I'm telling you, it's just bad. Like, yo, I've never met, and I'm not like, I love everybody for who they are by all means, but like a generation of people that basically tells you how to talk, like how to identify them,
Right.
or how to refer to them. Like, what? Like, my man, if I'm 20 years your senior, motherfucker, I'm sorry, kid. Like, you're supposed to address me how I tell you to address me.
Respect your elders.
Yeah, because we're supposed to pay up. Instead of, why am I paying down to give you the signification or the validation that I got to treat you like we're on an equal playing field? And had I not lived 20 years more than you and did, I mean, like, especially in the workplace too, like, nah. And then you want to call me, I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, you look at it, listen, at the end of the day, I just feel like people are becoming more bots than anything else, and you're starting to notice it. And then when the real bots come, you're going to have, I heard the first slur for a bot.
What was it?
Have you heard it, Silent Assassin?
No.
Called him a clinker.
Wow. That's gonna be the slur for when the robots get here. You get out of here, you clinker.
Already, bro. And it sounds so bad.
That's nasty work.
It sounds bad. And you said it with hard R.
Yeah.
So listen, bro, like, trust me, people are becoming bots. And
The Italians not gonna do it with the hard R. They're gonna do clinker.
Yeah, you get clanker. Get out of here,
Yeah,
clanker.
clinker.
So literally, it's the human effect. Like, the feeling of being human is at more jeopardy than anything else.
I agree. You ever watch that movie Equilibrium?
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to become Equilibrium, where emotion is starting to be pushed to the back burner, right? Like they want everybody to have a very blanket view of the world. Like you can't, like you're not gonna have paintings anymore. Like what are you doing with a painting? What, books?
That's the thing too, though. Like,
it's offensive.
It's using ChatGPT. Like, bro. There's nothing worse in this world, like, than like having a real meaningful conversation with somebody that you're really trying to like iron out some stuff.
And then they're using ChatGPT to have yeah, exactly.
And they think you can't notice.
Right. Bro, you don't talk that way.
Like,
and we speak.
You don't talk that way. And for the world out there that nobody knows this, there's sites to check if you used AI. And it will read and say, oh, you use 86% of AI in this thought. So only 14% of what you wrote in this 6-paragraph story
was your actual
was
thought.
your words or your ideas.
That's
14%. We're talking metrics again. So it goes to show you how disconnected we are to actually saying how we really feel.
To feelings.
You don't feel anything because.
You know what? That's a good point. I think a lot of times too, what's ended up happening, especially with Gen Z, is that it's a uniform reaction, right?
And gratification.
Yeah, but it's like, if 1,000 people are feeling this way, then if you don't feel this way, there's this FOMO feel, right? Oh, why don't I feel this way? But I gotta join the club.
It's isolation.
Because you want to be a part of a crew, you want to be a part of a community, and you don't want to be left out because God forbid you're different. Oh my goodness, can't be different nowadays. Can't have your own opinion about something without having the cancel clan come at you.
You can't be original, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Originality dies. Authenticity dies. Like,
comedy dies.
Comedy dies, yes, because it's just saying what you feel in a way of how you perceive it. You can't perceive things the way you do.
Or you give an answer based on your thought of what the reaction will be.
That part. Or it's more so you give a reaction, and unless, like, if you're trying to be original, you're trying to be, stand out to the side and try to do your own thing, unless you're on a soapbox and just proclaiming it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that'll get you more people to pay attention to it, in a sense where it's like, oh wait, I think I like what he's saying, because you have to yell it. You have to be that confident with it to where you're being disruptive. You have to be disruptive, and disruption isn't part of the program.
No, it's not.
So it's just sad. Like,
So listen, we've been kicking Gen Z's back in for the last 8 minutes. Go ahead, Silence has some thoughts on what this is a movie. Okay, I don't know if you ever watched it. It's pretty good. You need to watch this, and then we can have a discussion about it. But this is nothing to get offensive about or offended about. It's a movie. It's about a kid that's growing up. He's going through puberty. He's in high school. He's dealing with things. You know what I'm saying? He got feelings. He likes a girl. He got friends that's going through some stuff. They go through some adventures, and that's it. Like that. I went through high school. Most of that stuff that was in that movie is kind of spot on with certain people's experiences that I know in high school. How is that offensive?
I actually saw it once, and I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, well, that's very young. Yeah, that's very young. You had no idea what was going on. Like,
no, I was flipping through like the 300 channels. I'm like, okay, let me watch this.
Right.
And I remember, I don't know if it was that one or it could have been one of the sequels because it might have been in college because I know they had a few of them.
I think that was that part two or three? Yeah.
And I just remember just shirtless women, and then I was like, "What is this? Like, what is this?" I was just
what
like,
are those on your chest?
My parents were gonna walk in and be like, "What are you watching?" But I watched it and didn't get in trouble. So
yeah, you need to rewatch it now.
Yeah.
Because I think you would have an appreciation. Because listen, Silent Assassin is she's Gen Z, but I don't. She has very, very different views on certain things that doesn't really align most times with the traditional Gen Zer, in my opinion. Thoughts?
can I say it?
Yes.
Because she knows her dad. And her dad is in her life, and her dad is a thing. Like, a lot of women do not have fathers in their lives or men in their lives. So
And her dad is a turn up too.
facts. And her dad is actually involved in her life.
Yeah.
So
And he's a turn up.
that's a fact.
You know what I
So you know
mean?
what I'm saying? Like, that goes a long way where your dad's in your life and he's actually influential.
And also too, shouts to the siblings too. Like
no, salute.
yeah, like that plays a big role.
Again, like, he's in their life too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, when your dad's in your life, and regardless of what the situation, if the mother and the father, like, you know what I'm saying? Except not that that's your situation. I don't know your situation. But I just know that you show up as a person that has her father in her life and he still have a good relationship.
Right.
A lot of women don't have that. So realistically, it's like, where are you learning how to move? You see the dynamic. So she's had a sports podcast, but like,
And she's around us, which
yeah,
is
and she's around. You know what I mean?
degenerates
Yeah.
all the time. So
And comfortable, and no one like.
Yeah.
She holds her own. Like, since day one, she held her own.
very true. Very true.
So
Yeah.
hey, let's clap it up for her one time. Come on.
Clap it up for Silent Assassin. Yes.
Now, is she a complete degenerate when it comes to Taco Bell? All the way.
100%. Like
Savage.
like double fisting type of.
Buddy.
What is it? This is not what it's called.
No,
When you have it in both hands.
buddy. What's wrong with you?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. But yeah, she likes
You
Taco
put
Bell.
2 tacos in your hands.
And
You stone cold it.
you drink the tacos?
Pretty much. You scarf it down.
A lot's changed with you. I'm not gonna lie.
That's all I'm saying. I'm 40. You gotta relax. Okay? There was this story, and we're moving on here. I saw a video of this lady breaking the glass to a house. She had a hammer, and she's breaking the glass. It's her husband that's in the house filming her breaking this glass. He has a restraining order against her that she should not enter the premises, and she's breaking the glass and literally trying to creep into this window, and she cuts herself up. At what point does crazy have to be like controlled and you gotta like call the authorities or step in there and do something yourself? Like, when is there a line for crazy? Because everybody has a different line, right? Like, if you talk to somebody and they're with somebody, right? their line of crazy is not your line. But I think there should be a default line of where people can't do and what people can't cross. I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, you can get, I don't know, like, there's physical, of course.
Yeah.
But also, too, it's like, there's, like, other forms of, like, abuse. Like, verbal abuse is another thing. But
Right.
I think, me personally, I think text abuse should be something that has to be, like, thrown out there. Like, some people say some real hostile stuff via text, and they bash you, and you haven't said anything. And I feel like there's, like, a 5 or 6 text limit that...
So at that point, it's like internet bullying.
It should just be like, yo, like, Apple should be like, hey, you want to report this?
Right? Is this spam?
Yeah, is this spam or is this person, like, is everything all right? You should get is everything all right text.
Yeah, I agree. I think there should be a filter where if you get 3 or more messages without a response, it automatically can get reported as spam.
And maybe not to the authorities, but more so just like, listen, yo, Apple sent you a text like, yo, hey, a mediator. Oh, we should get, this is IP right now, and this is our stuff. And you get a mediator, like, comes into play, like, hey, listen, we see that you're, you know what I mean? Your red flag, your account just got red flag.
Right.
Like, hey, everything okay? Maybe you need a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you need to just cool off. We're going to deactivate you for a little while.
We're going to deactivate your access to this particular number for 24 hours.
Yep. Like, you've already crossed the threshold of making this person uncomfortable.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's good. That's how you be. See,
you control the crazy.
You control the control. Yeah.
And
craze troll.
And we can be able to spell it a different way. That's good brand. That's good. I like that. I like it. Now listen, if that ever happened to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. You have some crazy lady breaking your glass with a hammer, and she creeps into the actual window pane, and there's still glass edges there. You're crazy. Absolutely nuts. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to throw you through the same window you came through.
Can't do that.
Why not?
That's it. Can't do it.
Why not?
Because
you're not supposed to be in here.
Doesn't matter. Depends on where you are.
There's a warrant.
In Queens, New York.
There's a restraining order.
Listen, in Queens, New York, if someone breaks into your home, you can't, if you have a firearm or anything, you can't do anything.
Oh, yeah, you can't put them down.
You can't put them down.
You'll get charged.
You're supposed to wait for the police to come.
Yeah, you get charged.
While you're trying to defend your property.
That's nasty work. If I got a squatter and I can't see you, huh? I got to call the authorities to have them do what? Well, you're going to have to go to court for... Court! This hobo crept into my damn attic, and I can't get you out?
And if he has a bill in your attic,
right?
Then it's his house.
He done call the post office and say, yes, forward my mail here to the attic? This is nasty work.
The loft.
And I can't get you out?
Nope.
Nah, that's crazy. See, like, especially like a time like this when it's like 180 degrees outside. Yeah, ain't there'd be no AC in that house. And but you know how heat rises in the attic, right? It'd be 300 degrees in there. That's how I'm gonna get you out. It's nasty work. But the laws don't work for you sometimes. That's why I get why some people go crazy and they have to go ahead and go full Charles Bronson and go vigilante. I get it. Charles Bronson. Yeah.
Or my daughter.
My daughter. So it's, crazy is crazy. And there gotta be something that's done because there's a lot of people that are being harassed via text, like Claw said. People staying outside of your house, banging on your doors, come see you at work,
violate your car,
try to rendezvous with your friends. That it's nasty work. And I don't understand how people get that crazy. Or maybe they were just crazy to begin with.
That part.
Yeah. Moving on. You see how quiet Silent Assassin was there? She's probably one of those crazy.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's on the list.
Yeah. Happens. This is pretty good. James Gunn, the director behind the new Superman movie, which is very good. I gotta go see that. I'm hearing great reviews about it. Well, there's a Green Lantern movie coming out. And it's not going to be Hal Jordan. Ain't gonna be none of those. It's not gonna be, any other Green Lantern except the guy. It's not gonna be no Guy Gardner. It's gonna be Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is the black guy in the hood. Finally, they're gonna tell the real story of the Green Lantern, the good one, not the boring one, the one that actually has depth and story to it. It's gonna be great. It's like Black Panther all over again, but better. This is a real story about a real strife. Ain't no strife in Wakanda. They was rich. This man ain't wasn't rich. Jon Stewart wasn't rich at all. So, I'm excited. I'm a comic book buff. I anything Marvel or DC related, I'm all in. You need to get on board. Silence says you gotta watch it. Okay, you're gonna like this stuff once you get into it. Yeah, I feel that. Did you hear about this, which is pretty crazy? And I want to ask Silent Assassin about this. This is interesting. Uber will let women drivers and riders request gender to avoid being paired with men. So as a driver or a passenger, you can now be able to you pick your gender of driver or passenger. Interesting. Thoughts?
I feel like from the stuff I've seen, usually what's more of a problem with Uber is the passenger than the driver.
Yes.
So, I don't think it's gonna really, you could have a crazy woman and have a woman driver select they only want female passengers, but you could have some crazy females in the back of the car, especially drunk females. They'll still be swinging and all this stuff at you. I don't think it really matters if it's a man or not. But I don't know, I feel like it's gonna actually cause more problems. It's gonna be you're being offensive to me because I'm a male, but I want a female driver, and how that goes and stuff.
Would that make you feel more comfortable if you had the option?
I've only been...
I think it might depend on the time, right?
Yeah.
Say, obviously, we all have vehicles, but if you're somewhere and you're at a party and you don't want to drive, you're now taking ride share at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a lot different than if you're taking ride share at 12 p.m., right?
Yeah. I don't know. I've only been in Uber by myself once, and it was with a guy driver. To be honest, I was more worried about his car than the guy driving.
Had a jalopy.
Yeah.
You didn't think it was going to make it.
Because I came from the city back here.
Yeah.
So that was my only issue, but I don't think so. I feel like the drivers I've been with have been professional men, not just random, except that one time. But I understand it could be for other women feel more comfortable. I understand that, but for me, I don't think I really see it as an issue. I don't, if it's man or woman. I just haven't really been, I guess, in that experience where I have to feel worried.
No, I get that. I mean, it's. I think for the people that obviously have been through, some type of bad experience, whether it be assault or kidnap, whatever it is, I understand them being able to give them the option to be able to at least have a peace of mind of feeling a lot more safe, right? It's a feeling more than the actual reality of a certain situation, because just like how somebody of another gender can be able to harm you, somebody of your same gender can be able to harm you, right? So it's more of a peace of mind that you're giving to your clients without necessarily guaranteeing safety, because you can't guarantee the safety. You can only try to put in some type of policies to be able to at least give people that veil of protection, right? And that's all a company can really do outside of putting cameras in places where most Ubers have that. You know, the location and all that stuff is already there. So, you know, there's definitely precautionary steps that they take, but this is just another one that they have to be able to just give the rider or the driver the peace of mind that at least they are choosing the gender of somebody. But here's the problem. What happens with transgender? How's that work?
It's just like the other box that they put.
Right. Like, is there another? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There gotta be something.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would, if I was a driver, I would check the other box.
You just don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, I would, because you know what it is? You know, people who are transgender or, you know, on the other side, and in regards to gay or anything, they're always pretty joyful people. You know, you ain't gotta worry about much violence on that side. You know, not them doing anything to you. It's more always the other way around, right? So if I'm the driver, give me the others. We'll have a nice time having conversations. Yeah. Moving on. What else do I have? This was a crazy story here I've seen about LeBron James. I don't know if it's true, but we're gonna discuss it. This will be the last one. LeBron James's legal team has issued a cease and desist letter to people creating AI-generated videos describing him as pregnant, leading to their accounts being banned. What is happening here? LeBron James' legal team issued cease and desist to people creating AI-generated videos depicting, oh, that's what it is. Somebody spelled it wrong. Depicting him as pregnant, leading to their Instagram accounts being banned, according to 404 Media. At least 3 Instagram accounts that had garnered millions of views of non-consensual AI videos of James have been deleted by Instagram. When asked by 404 Media whether it had received a cease and desist letter from James, Meta refused to comment. AI is getting out of control. Like, and the people that are actually behind it. Like, what are you getting out of a video of LeBron James being pregnant? That's weird.
Yeah, even just like to think of like, oh, let me create this and post it.
Right?
Like, what type of mind?
And where's the humor in that, though?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I understand you doing an AI video of, like, you know, LeBron getting bullied by Jordan and Kobe or something like that. But, like, him pregnant?
Just like make it make sense. Like, I don't get it.
Like, there's some weird people in the world, man. Somebody's creating, I'm gonna make him pregnant, man. This is funny. Like, there ain't nothing funny about a pregnant woman. You know how crazy somebody who's pregnant is? They got hormones and the emotions all over the place. They're nuts. Nuts. Pregnant people are crazy. Mm-hmm. They're hungry all the time. They're mad all the time. And they're crying all the time.
I don't like pregnant people.
Yeah, they're not pleasant to be around. I would say right now, I don't care how insensitive it sounds. I don't want to be around pregnant people. I don't like it.
It just like looks weird. Like,
yeah, outside of the hey, you're glowing, you look good. I'm out. All right, don't send me to no store for no hamburger mixed with no what do you call it, hamburger and ice cream. We don't do that here, okay? Don't be sending me there for no concoction that don't make sense, okay? I don't want no parts of it. No parts. I never forget. You know, Jasmine's pregnant. I was under siege every day. Come home to somebody upset. I'm like, well, I didn't even do nothing. I just got here. Just got here. It's ridiculous. Man. It's just emotional. And who's doing it? Is it the kid that's doing it? Huh? Is it the alien that's in your stomach that's making you behave this way? What's happening? Like a whole new person. And then it takes them like a year to get back to normal. Hey, they just come out of nowhere. Hey, how you doing? Hey, You all right? Put your hands up because you don't want to get hit by a shoe. You got PTSD at this point. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I went off track. But who the hell is making AI videos of LeBron James pregnant? That's just weird. There's a lot of weird people out there. There's a lot of weird content in social media. Social media is a dark place, and it's not real. So for people that think that it's real, they need to wake up. Moving on. That is my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Final topic before we go ahead and go to Dummy of the Week. Baseball. How the Mets? You know, the Mets have had this up and down roller coaster ride over the past 6 weeks or so. We're good. We suck. We're good. We're not so good. Get back on track. So, right now we are, what are we, 59 and 44?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, 15 games over. What is your assessment of the team so far with basically, you know, we have, I guess, 60 games to go? Close to it?
I feel like you really can't complain because they're in first place, even like despite the ups and downs. Like, yes, they need to be better, especially offensive, like runners in scoring position and whatnot. Like that needs to be fixed, but they're still like managing to win games. But like, what is that? Like, say in the playoffs, when that time comes around, you need to have those key hits, those big moments that you need them to win games.
Right.
And they're not getting that at the moment.
Right.
So in season versus playoff plays is a lot different.
Yeah.
So they really need to fix that, whether that's the coaching issue or the players issue. Like they need to come together and really get that figured out within the remainder of 60, 59 games, whatever it is left.
I like that. Claw, you have anything?
I think we got a new buddy that's been there. I think we won 4 games. We won 4 games since he's been there.
Yes. That new, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
4-0.
Got to run it up.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we rode the Grimace thing last year. You know what I mean?
All we needed is stage guard.
That's it. My thing is, you know, they have to improve the team in the margins. They have to make sure that they're getting adequate help in the bullpen. They definitely need some extra bats if they can be able to get that via, you know, in-house promotion, or they have to go ahead and go get that on the open market. My biggest thing, if I'm going to give them a grade for right now, I definitely give them B-, just because there could have been a lot more moves that Stearns could have made in the offseason and be able to shore up a lot of the holes that we have. So now you're not at the deadline and have to give up prospects. You could have already had these things already. And you would be in a position of you can be able to now trade some things off to be able to get some more prospects in, and then make trades and be able to trade off some prospects. So now that you're literally breaking even here rather than pulling from your system, and now you're hoping to get lightning in a bottle. Because the thing is with these deadline deals is that if you're gonna go marginal, then you're not looking for a big return. You're just looking for somebody who can be able to be serviceable and not kill you down the stretch. But if you're gonna make a big deal, you got to make sure you hit on that big deal. If you make 2 big deals at the deadline, you have to have both of those deals hit. You cannot have one that plays well and the other one that doesn't, because a lot of teams are banking on those particular acquisitions paying off for them to be able to have a deep run in the playoffs. So that's the give and go right here. This is the touchy subject, is that if he's gonna go big game hunting, you need to make sure that you're not striking out with these. You have to make sure that these guys can be able to assimilate into the team, be able to to produce right away and help you get to where you need to be. That's my whole thing. So I'm not opposed to any trade that Stearns makes. Just make sure you hit. That's all it is. Alvarez coming up. I love the fact that he got the standing ovation from the crowd. That was really nice to see. Very supportive. The Queens crowd was definitely behind him after him being down in the minors and him really figuring out, okay, cool. I did not deserve to be up there at that time. I learned a lot, and now I'm going to come back to be able to apply that. And for him to hit a home run in that game, he looked like the Alvarez of old. And I'm just happy that he was able to get away from Jeremy Barnes and Eric Chavez for a couple of weeks because I'm sick of them. If he sees them, he better just be like, get out of here. Go on the other side. Go help Vientos. Go do something. Go help somebody else that can't hit. You know what's crazy? They might be the problem too. If Vientos can't hit no damn home run, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Like, what's the big deal? Why can't we just go get a new hitting coach? Mm-hmm. Give it to David Wright. Make him the hitting coach.
Yeah, I don't understand like what the internal thing is where they're not letting, because we talked about like it's been like a few years where they've been not great,
struggling.
Yeah,
like what pictures does he have on Cohen? Huh? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah,
he must got a video of a Mandingo party or something going on. Like something's happening. Something. Because these guys are not doing their job great. They're just not. They're not good. Everybody who talks about the Mets' discipline and how their approach is and how guys are just not looking comfortable. Like Vientos doesn't look like the same player. I get that his confidence is shot, but maybe he needs to be sent down. I don't know. Send him down so he can be able to talk to some new coaches, get a new approach, and come back up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like they should have, after his injury, even before his injury, had sent him down.
Yeah.
And figured out, because also, too, say they want to trade him, his value
shot right now.
Decreased than if he was able to kind of figure it out in AAA.
Yeah.
So, I think just regardless, he needs to go down. Even though he was like, he has gotten a couple hits, but his power is just like gone, and that's what his thing is his power bat. So
right.
Yeah,
I agree. Now, here's a game we can play. Who are your 5 untouchables, and who are your 5 players that could be able to be sent to China? Give me your 5. Give me a 5 or give me a 10. So who are your untouchables if you are the GM of the New York Mets? And obviously we are taking out the untouchables that are already there. Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, Lindor, and El Sugar Diaz.
I'm gonna go with remaining starting pitching. So we have.
So you're going
Holmes,
Peterson, Holmes,
Manaea, Senga. Who's the last guy?
Are you protecting Montas?
Oh, that was the last guy. No.
So you got 4.
4, and I got 1 left.
You got 1 left.
Alvarez.
Okay. Who would be the first 5 on the chopping block?
The bullpen.
The entire bullpen. Yep. I like it. That's a good one. Claw, you got yours? 5 and 5?
Hell no.
No? That's fine. Mine. Interesting. Untouchables. And we talking main roster, or are we just talking the entire organization?
No, main roster. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, all right. So we'll keep it
current
main roster. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Untouchable. Give me Ronnie. Nobody touches Mauricio. You leave him alone. Okay. Yeah, I'll put Alvarez there. I like Alvarez because he's still 23 years old. If he were to get called up right now, he'd be the youngest catcher in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he never played in the major leagues before, he'd be the youngest catcher in baseball. So he still has time to develop. That's 2. Goodness. Yeah, Clay Holmes, Peterson. That's 4. And I would say Luis Angel Acuna. That's my 5. Now 5 to send to China. Vientos, Beatty, Montas, Griffin Canning. I don't even care if he's hurt. Send him out. Send him out. And Blake Tidwell. Get him the hell out of here. Every time I see his ass, he's terrible. I don't want to see him anymore. He's in and out, right? He's in the minor leagues. He counts for me. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't want it. Listen, we can go to bullpen. You know, Silas Aston already did that. We know that. What the hell happened to Max Kranick? Huh? Is he hurt?
He's been hurt for a minute. I feel like he was here for a couple games and then just disappeared.
When is Brooks Raley coming?
He played a few games.
He did?
He looked good. So he's removed from my send to China.
Well, you Reed Garrett should be on the list. He's honorable mention. He's awful. Awful. And Brazaban your ass the hell out of here. Like, it's just ridiculous. We could be up 9 runs. I am not comfortable at all. Mm-hmm. Not at all. Mm-hmm. So there's some concerns that we have. You know, we have bats, we have a good chemistry and rapport of players, but they have to improve, man. They have to improve. And if they can go get some big names, then go get them. Go get guys like Emmanuel Clase. Go get Chad Smith. I would call the Guardians right now. What you want for them in a package. Because if you get Clase, now you have leverage on Diaz. You know what I'm saying? We ain't paying you no $25 million a year. Mm-hmm. If you wanna opt out and go to free agency, cool. But we got Clase that's just as good. And Chad Smith he's a monster. That guy is amazing. And he's under control. So that's all I'm saying is that if you're gonna give up your core prospects, then go big game hunting. Don't give up some mediocre prospects and get back some blah guys like Vogelback. We don't want that. Even last year when you got Jesse Winker. Well, we love Winker, but he was you know? It was a net neutral kind of signing. It wasn't, people didn't look at it like, oh my God, this is gonna get us over the hump. Go big. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, even I feel like when you look at it, like your window is with Lindor, right? He only has a few years left.
Yeah.
Like realistically,
until he starts to slow down.
Yeah. So you want to win now. So you're in the position. You're in first place. Like to make that lead bigger and then get into the playoffs and then get to the World Series.
Absolutely. That's why I would never forgive. What is that bald head GM that we had?
Epler.
Yeah. The ops. I never forgive him for saying, "Oh, we don't want to give up all the prospects for a possible championship." We ain't win no damn championship in over 30 years. 39 years to be exact. And you don't want to risk it all for a title?
Even when you look at the prospects, what have they done? Like the big prospects, what was it? Beatty and Vientos were number one.
Ain't really done much.
Yeah, Vientos was great in the playoffs last year, but we didn't win last year.
So,
when you look at it, then it's not really been.
Yeah, I think anytime I think about who was the one that traded, that was Brody. Brody traded PCA for them Javi Baez, and we ain't got neither of them now.
No.
Javi Baez killing in Detroit, and PCA's killing in Chicago. And what do we have?
Nothing.
It's complete ridiculous. It's just, no. Those are the things I'm talking about.
I don't know if you saw it, but when they were looking to move Pete they asked the Cubs for Armstrong back, and they
Yeah.
said no.
Of course not.
Yeah. But it's like
Like,
crazy. Like you realize that you messed up and you want your
Yeah.
player back.
That
Yeah.
guy, he was from when they drafted him. PCA was the man. It's like, why would you trade him? You're one of your top prospects. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna go for a guy, don't get a guy like Javi Baez that's going into free agency. You literally gave up one of your top prospects for a rental.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give up your top prospects, go for a guy under control. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Claude, do you have one, sir? If you do not have one, it's okay.
No, I do. And it's a personal one for me.
When is it never personal?
Yeah, sometimes it is actually, but today it is. And it's my team on my SWAT team.
What, in a video game?
Yeah, game ready or not. I've been playing. It's really intense, and you're in some real situations.
So who dropped the ball?
So, I sent the blue team to go check out this door, actually. Split them with the gold team on the other side of the wall. Gave them order to open the door. And they didn't check for tripwire, and they blew up, and they all died.
Oh, you sent me that video.
Man, it's just such a sad thing.
But you know what was crazy about that video is that you were such a coward because you were like off into the beaten path. You were like 100 yards away. What type of leader is that?
I was not.
You should have been in there in trenches with your team.
I was a little fall back, not 100 yards, maybe about 10 yards back. My job is to oversee, right? And realistically, I saw them all die. And it's just
that's the responsibility of the captain.
Yeah, I learned, and
Saying.
They do offer counseling in the game. You can go because it's PTSD. There's things you see in those trenches.
Did you have an argument with your crew?
No, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to.
I'm sure they'll never play with you again.
They'll never play. They died. You die in the game.
So it's like Matrix stuff.
It's real, yeah. Like you just don't get to.
Who would want to play that?
It's
If I
pretty
get
good.
plugged into the game and I die in the game and that means I'm not coming back for real.
No,
Like, who wants that?
It's that level of realism you need.
I don't want that. See, the thing is, for me, the type of gamer that I am, I don't like to play online anyway.
So,
I'm the type of person that will put my status on inactive and I'm playing. Don't even call me. I'm not here.
it's unfortunate.
Playing alone.
It's terrible.
Why?
Because the whole point of gaming now is to connect.
No, it's not.
Your social interaction skills are so low,
No, it isn't.
and your social intelligence as well is super low.
It actually isn't. I assimilate very well. Like people think, oh my goodness, you're so. When in general, like I really have this in my head. Like if you knew what I was saying about you in my head, you would never speak to me.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like that. It's weird.
Patrick Bateman.
Close. But yeah, I am not gonna give your team the dummy. I'm gonna give the person that sent the order to.
Dummy,
So
yeah.
you get it because you should have been protecting those people. You should have been right there on the front lines with them, and you allowed them to perish because it was your call.
It's hard out there.
You got to do better.
I do.
There's training out there. That's what I'm saying.
Dummy, yeah.
Silent Assassin, we got.
I saw there was a guy from the Savannah Bananas that was on CNN News. And I don't know what the reason was, but he decided to do a backflip in front of the cameras and just face planted.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Dummy,
Yo, that's the worst fear for doing a backflip, that you face plant. Did he knock himself unconscious?
And he got up and was just like smiling or whatever, like I guess like trying to laugh off the pain. But
Here's my question
live
too.
TV.
Here's my question too. When things happen, like when you stumble or fall or you fell on your face, why is the first reaction to get up as fast as possible to make sure that like people did not see you fall? Like we saw you fall. Like you ever seen somebody trip on a bad sidewalk that's like elevated and they face plant? I'm talking about like hands extended and then they get up and they look behind them. Like there's people that saw you. It's all right. Like it's all right to be embarrassed. But why are you looking behind you like you don't think that people saw you? There's people across the street. There's always somebody out there.
I feel like humans, like, we have, like, a thing that, like, oh, like, we can never fall like that. Like,
Yeah.
they can't get us like that. So, like, getting up, like, your, like, distinctive thing is, like, to be, like, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Like, no one saw that.
It's weird. I remember in elementary school, I can't remember when it was. I think Claw can tell me. Somebody tripped me. Remember?
Me.
What was it? You? You were the
Oh, no.
scoundrel that tripped me.
No, somebody else tripped you, then you took it out on me.
Yes, that's what it was. Embarrassment, right, is the first thing we feel, and we have to lash out. So somebody tripped me, and obviously there was laughter. And then I went ahead and took out my anger on the first person I saw, which was my brother. It's horrible. I go back and think about these stories. Terrible person. And I don't even talk about him. I'm talking about myself. just bad. I'm sorry, man. I apologize for those things. I snapped at you about Josh Fields. Somebody tripped me and I was lashing out at you. It's just horrible.
I know you can make it up to me.
How?
You gonna buy me lunch after this?
Absolutely not. You will get no Shake Shack from me, sir.
We're gonna eat tuna and sardines tonight, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen, children begging does not do anything for me. Okay.
Hey, we can split a piece of gum,
right.
okay?
They bathe in the tears of babes. Okay. That was good. Listen, there was a lot of things that happened here. I apologized. I heard some stuff. It was cathartic. Was that the word? Cathartic? Therapy? Cathartic?
No idea.
Therapeutic? No, it's cathartic. It's you can use that too. Therapeutic is a good word. I have mine. Very interesting one. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague is my
Dummy. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I don't understand how people can continue to push this conspiracy theory or this allegation that LeBron James is taking steroids. They get tested multiple times. In 23 years, the man has not been caught for anything. So why are we still having this conversation? Well, Jeff Teague alleges LeBron James took steroids on Miami Heat. He had to sit out. Jeff Teague recently made explosive claims on Club 520, alleging LeBron James missed games in the 14-15 season due to steroid use. Here's what we know, and here's why there is no credible evidence. But here's my thing, is that you have somebody that's going to have a podcast. Now, let's just think about the context of this. We live in a digital age where everybody is clamoring for content and everybody is clamoring to be the algorithm master for that day or that hour or that minute. And how is the fastest way that you can be able to achieve that goal, Silent Assassin? It would be to make a clickbait claim so that it's not based in any truth, it's not based in reality, but is something that is going to go unsubstantiated because the person that you're talking about is not going to check you because they're too big to respond. So a lot of times where there's no response, anything that's not challenged becomes what? The truth. This is disgusting. For you to be able to go ahead and question one of the greatest players of all time that he's taking steroids. Why? Because he was the best player in the game? because there was no solution to be able to stop him because he was at the apex and the peak of his superpowers at that point. I never heard anybody talk about Jordan taking steroids or Kobe or none of these players, but it has to be something that they always have on LeBron. And I just don't like how it's going. So according to Jeff Teague, and he's definitely starting to become a
Dummy, yeah.
Miami Heat Braun, he was on steroids, bro. They started testing for HGH and he had to sit out. He said his back was hurting and sat out 3 weeks, then came back skinny. What? Like, how does this even make sense? Teague mentioned on his IG story that his claim was a joke. See what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and go do that. Nah. Ain't no joke in that. Ain't no joke in that, dog. Like, you're putting my legacy at risk because you want to go ahead and get clicks and views on your podcast. That's the problem. You never hear me make no unsubstantiated claims on this show. I don't think I have ever done that outside of calling Chris Paul a jinx. But this is not rooted in any type of comedy, in my opinion. This is because this is something that we've heard over the years that when people keep talking about it, it continues to gain traction. It's not something that I want to see somebody talk about who has a very good podcast, who's very funny, he tells good stories, but it's just like, dude, you don't have to drop to this level of desperation to be able to get impressions and clicks and views and stuff like that. Like, he's at a point where he doesn't need to do that. You can be able to get your point across and be able to clarify with your base that this is all tongue-in-cheek. Like, you don't let something fester and then be able to come back and say that something was a joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know that you're about to get backlash, or you know that you're about to get super engagement on something because there's so many people out there that hate LeBron James that they will take your particular BS narrative and run with it and now create TikToks and a whole bunch of, they're going to paste all these pasties and have these the cords attached to the pasties and like, here's my scientific data, and we know for a fact that LeBron James is taking steroids. You are opening up a serious door of sick people out there that want to see LeBron James fail and give them a platform to be able to continue to spread mis and disinformation. That's not good. So don't go on your soapbox and then go back and say, oh, yeah, I was just joking.
Dummy, yeah.
We come to you for the stories. We come to you for the actual real stories. Don't give us bullshit.
Dummy, yeah.
Don't give the dummies out there ammunition to become more.
Dummy, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Certain people don't need to clickbait and have the draw of trying to get more clicks and impressions. I hope that at some point I get to that point where you just post something and it just goes crazy, where you don't necessarily need to say something Jim Jones related to get clicks and views, or Fat Joe related to get clicks and views. That podcast is nuts. All he does is lie and exaggerate. But that's what people like nowadays. People don't like the truth anymore. When it comes to podcasts, I've noticed that podcasting has kind of turned into reality TV, where it's very scripted, it's very structured, and it's very premeditated. It's crazy. Would you be mad if I didn't press the record button?
Like, it's whatever. It's up to you.
That'd be crazy if I did.
It's just, I feel like it's more your problem.
You see, that is not a good teammate.
That is, because then you're just yourself to blame. So
You're supposed to double check for me.
I did double check.
No, it's definitely recording.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where, you remember how many years back was that?
Yeah.
It's like
I
at the
remember
beginning. Yeah. So
Ever since then, I always check. So
yeah.
you're good.
So Jeff Teague, like you, man, like your stories, but this ain't it, brother. This is not the hill that you want to die on. And I get that you were tongue in cheek and telling the joke, but certain things don't need to be made into a joke when there's a lot of people out there that want to see LeBron James fail and do harm to him and try to sully his legacy to saying that things that he's done is artificial and not real. So you got to be very, very careful with your words and know that you have a very big platform that can be able to be twisted and used in a negative way, and having all of these other media outlets that have no popularity, that's trying to get a story and clicks and impressions and views and all that stuff too, they're going to go ahead and go take this story and run with it and create a false narrative. So just know that everything that you say, especially when you have a big platform and you're somebody who's very influential in the space, has consequences. That's all I'm saying.
Dummy, yeah.
That's all for the show. I left this for the end. Hulk Hogan died today. Or we're recording on a Thursday night. He died on Thursday at age 71. How do I feel about this? Terry Bollea was born in 1953. He was going to turn 72. Terry Bollea became Hulk Hogan in 1983. Hulk Hogan stopped being Hulk Hogan around, I'd say 2015. So he had a good, what? So was that 30-year run? Is that 30?
Well,
so we always have conversations about separation. Can we separate the person from the persona? We've had conversation on this pod about R. Kelly, about him having great songs and being a great artist, and him having the other side of him that we don't appreciate, right? But we can still appreciate the music. Can we do that with a Hulk Hogan? Yeah, I think you can. I think you can appreciate what Hulk Hogan has done for the sport of wrestling, right? And say to yourself that you can be able to appreciate what he did and the pioneer that he was. I mean, we're talking about a guy that main evented 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, right? This is a guy that I remember my favorite WrestleMania is WrestleMania 6. When it comes to like Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 6. What was WrestleMania 6, Claude? You remember?
wasn't that? What's your shirt?
It's not this. This is 7, I believe.
7 was
6.
Warrior. Wasn't 6 Macho Man and?
That's 5. WrestleMania 6 was the Ultimate Challenge. Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
That, to me, I think was probably the best WrestleMania build that you can think of. 2 monumental powers going at it. The Warrior and his fan base, the rabid fan base that was with the Warrior at that time, the Intercontinental Champion. He was the rock and roll. And then you have Hulk Hogan, which is he's the ultimate babyface, the heavyweight champion. You got these 2 immovable forces or movable objects gonna go head to head at WrestleMania. That was box office. WrestleMania between Hogan and Macho Man, I think that's probably the best storyline we've ever seen in regards to a year storyline that culminated at WrestleMania. So this is a guy that, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, there would be no WrestleMania. There would be no Super Bowl of wrestling in regards to WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan has that moniker. He does. At some point, though, he ended up... What's that sound? What is that?
I don't know. I was looking around. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's crazy. Anyway, Hulk Hogan that character ended up getting very stale after a point. And he ended up leaving WWE and went to WCW. And then, do you remember what the pay-per-view was, Claw, that changed the landscape of WCW?
Bash at the Beach.
Do you know what year that was?
96? No. 96.
96. July 7th, 1996. Changed the game forever. So this is a guy that impacted 2 organizations. And it's so crazy if you want to go ahead and think about it. Hulk Hogan was responsible for creating or helping WWE grow. He was also responsible for almost putting Vince McMahon out of business. So he had the control and the power to be able to manipulate 2 companies in different time frames, which speaks to his greatness. It really does. So when we can be able to look at that and think about his impact as when we were kids and how much we idolized and loved Hulk Hogan and had the gear, had the accessories, I have all these things, and then fast forward now to we're grown adults with families and realize that the man was so flawed and had a lot of demons, I guess, and it just wasn't a good person. When you think about Hulk Hogan, the character, did a lot of good stuff for people. Make-A-Wish, all of these things that he did. But Terry Bollea, he had that situation where he got exploited by that guy where, his boy Bubba the Love Sponge had him having dealings with an ex-wife, and then he ended up suing, getting $100 million. But in that deposition, they found out that there was a recording of him getting upset about his daughter having a black boyfriend and him using, racial slurs and all of that stuff, and admitting that he was a racist in those particular recordings, right? Then having his son, Nick Hogan, get into a bad accident which caused Nick Hogan's friend to be a quadriplegic and paralyzed, and him not having any sympathy for the kid that actually got into the accident. Like all of these things, him being estranged from his daughter Brooke Hogan to the day he died, just because they had difference of opinion, and he just had a pride thing and an ego thing, and he didn't want to mend the fences on her terms. He would rather do it on her terms, and she ended up having children, and he had grandkids that he never met. And this is somebody who's supposed to be the pillar of a great family man and a great ambassador for whatever it is. There's rumors that his Great American Beer, that there was this girl who applied to be the brand ambassador, and she had a big social media following, and they hired her, never saw her, and then when they saw her, they realized that she was black. And then the next time she got an email and said that the campaign was suspended due to budgetary reasons. And then a week later, they go ahead and restart the campaign with a white brand ambassador. So all of these things have happened under Terry Bollea's watch. So how can I be able to appreciate a man that's a bigot and a racist? I won't. So I'll never respect the man, but I respect the actual character of Hulk Hogan, of what he actually created. Him and Vince McMahon made magic, and they allowed the sport of wrestling to be as big and as box office as it is now. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a WrestleMania, and we wouldn't have had the point of the NWO being as big as it was. It needed Hulk Hogan. If it was anybody else, say if it was Sting that made that trek down there and did the heel turn, yeah, it would have been nice, but it wouldn't have hit like how Hogan did. That was the greatest heel turn in wrestling history, right? And it had a domino effect in regards to guaranteed money for the boys, more money for the boys. It ended up generating big money across pay-per-view dollars. It caused the pay-per-view circuit to be a lot higher than it was. So Hogan did a lot of good stuff. But Terry Bollea, man, I'm not gonna kick his back in because he's dead. But yeah, I can separate the person from the persona. So rest wherever you're gonna rest, bro. And for the people that feel the other way, that they don't want to give him any credit, they want to go ahead and sully him and disrespect him and call him whatever they want, you're validated. You can do that if you want to. And for the other people that don't want to acknowledge that and just want to acknowledge his career of what he did, you can do that too. There's no right way to go about it. I would like to appreciate or highlight both. I will appreciate his career. I'm not going to appreciate the man. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Till next week, Claw, unless you have a kind word of the week.
I don't have a kind word of the week, but I do have a quick little, like, not a long song.
Sure.
But something that, I really, especially with this topic, like basically where we're from, it really gets me through. So.
Sure.
Man from the city of demons. Niggas be scheming, niggas be shooting. Senseless violence, really so many reasons. Mental health reasons, financial reasons. To be real, shouldn't love the city, but I love the city.
That's how we getting out of here. That's all for this week. Stay safe, stay cool. Peace.